Hey there guys, welcome back. You join me back at Linear Fisheries. About 10:30 in the morning, just still unloading stuff from the barrow, but just got the house up quickly. So I've been hanging around for a couple of hours for someone to go home. And yeah, finally got settled in. I'm gonna start thinking about applying a bit of bait shortly and finding a few spots. And yeah, the location is not too far from where we ended up last week after we moved. A couple of pegs up. So out there I know I've got a lot of bait. I put a lot of bait in last week. So there's a lot of my bait out there, so happy days. So the plan is this week not to fish so much bait. I feel like I should have pinched a few more bites last week. Sorry if you can't hear me over this wind. It's a bit savage today, 60 mile an hour, but I am on the back of it, so it should be okay. But yeah, 7 fish last week, and I still feel like I should have pinched 1 or 2 more fish. So the plan is this week to fish smaller beds of bait and hopefully pick a few more bites up. They've had a good taste of the bait now. I put in 6 or 7 kilo last week, so things are really looking good this week. They really had a good chow down on it last week as well. I know it's all been eaten, so we're going to go with the same bait approach, just a little bit less, and we're going to see how that starts off. So for now, I'm going to continue setting this up and sorting the bed out and sorting the rods out, and we'll have a catch up shortly. I'll see you in a bit. Well, I think now's as good a time as any for a little quick update. The traps are set. Look at that. It's really nice. It feels good. It just, everything is right. All the rods went out first time. I baited up when I first got here, and everyone's just gone home. No one is interfering with my fishing. It goes a long way on these day ticket waters. Old matey to the left, there's a long way in between us, and he's not casting anywhere near me. The 2 guys to the right have gone home. 2 guys over there on the middle bank over there, they've gone home, so no one's casting long. I hate to say it, but you know, if there was ever a session to get the old big common out, the big old Oxley's common 50 pluser, I think this could be the session. Everything's coming together for me now. I'm just working the place out gradually, and I've really enjoyed my time thinking and working this little lake out. Well, I say little, it's a big lake, which makes it all that bit more special. Just yeah, so weather wise, what half an hour makes. Look at that, it's been raining. Look at the guys over there on the far bank, they'll zoom right in. They've been getting battered over there by the wind. And I'm just sitting here on the back of it, literally loving life, out the wind, and enjoying my time on the bank. Seen a few shows now, so yeah, feeling confident. They're all a couple of shows, both over each rod, one on the left rod, one on the right, I've seen now. Hopefully as the late afternoon sets in, we should see a few more fish crash and show. So yeah, for that I'll leave you, and you never know, when I next flick the camera on, I could have a £50 common. That's what we're here for, you never know. Catch you in a bit. Morning all. The rain's finally stopped. It's been tipping it down all morning, and yeah, not a lot really happening this morning, although I had a good night last night. 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock had 2 bites, 23 and a 21, so really made up to get a couple of bites on the first night. But this morning the lake is just dead out there. There's no fizz, there's no shows. It's a very different lake to where I was last week, where there was a lot of fish showing. The fish seem to have just pushed out this area for a bit. But I'm not going to panic. I had a couple of 20s anyway, and hopefully the fish will return. I'm going to stay quiet now. I refreshed the spots this morning, recast all 3 rods. They all went out first time again, and I delivered about 5 or 6 more spoms over each individual spot. So things are looking hopeful. You do get a lot of day bites here, even afternoon bites, especially when it looks as carpy as this, the weather. Oh, one just showed right there on camera. Well, clearly there's still a few in the area, but yeah, not many in numbers. I mean, that was only a small fish, maybe a mid-double. But I'm not going to panic. I'm going to leave the rods and let the fish come to me. I've got 3 good baited spots out there. I've rebaited, and fingers crossed, hopefully there'll be time for a bite this morning, if not this afternoon. And hopefully we'll get a few bites during the day in general. It's just nicer. They fight a lot harder. It's nice to see where your other lines are, and all round nice. Here comes the rain again. So yeah, I'll leave you with that for now, and we'll have a little chat soon, and I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, as you can probably see, we're pushing into early evening now. Still looks pretty bright on the camera, but it's getting dark here and the nights are really drawing in fast. So traps are set, and yeah, nothing's happened today at all. Been quiet, too quiet for my liking. See no signs of feeding fish, no bubbling activity, no shows. But in the last half an hour things are starting to kick off a bit out there. Starting to see a few shows. I've had a few liners. I've reset the traps as well. All 3 rods have just been recast about 30 minutes ago. I haven't put any fresh bait in. I've left it from this morning because I put some bait in early. And yeah, so just time to sit on it really. Can't do no more than I've done. Hopefully the fish will be in a bit of a better feeding mood. Maybe it's just evening bites now. I haven't been here for 9 days. So yeah, last night 2 bites in the dark. Maybe it'll be tonight. Maybe it's the old switch over where they go from days to nights. But yeah, I took all 3 rods off pop-ups. I had both them fish last night on pop-ups, but yeah, I feel like I'm here for a big gal, and I just sort of thought I'd mix it up and put 3 bottom baits out now. The pop-ups ain't worked. Switched all the colours about and everything, and just trying a few new things, to be honest. Hopefully it'll snare me a big go, you never know. Just trying to be a little bit different to the guy next door, if you know what I mean. As you can see, it's still pretty windy here on the back of it though, quite luckily enough. And yeah, what a beautiful evening to stare out at your rods, so I thought I'd share it. It'd be nice with a little bit more action, to be honest. But I wouldn't be surprised if one of them rods ain't gone like a steam train within the next 30 minutes or so. Feels really good for a bite this evening. If not, hopefully we'll get one in the dark, and if it's worth it, I'll get the light on and we'll get her up for the cameras. So yeah, until then, peace out, and I'll see you when I see ya. Yes guys, finally persistence pays off. It's been about 30 hours since I had my last bite, and I was really starting to panic to why it hadn't happened. But I stuck to my guns, left the long rod long, and stayed persistent with bait. I ended up having this fish over 20 spoms or more, and yeah, proper made up. Like I say, it's been about over 30 hours since I had my last bite. It's been really quiet, the fish just haven't been feeding. So I'm proper made up. See if she'll let me get her up. First of all, let's give her a quick weigh. That's silly of me, I'm all excited to get her up. Let's give her a quick weigh. She's a good chunk. Smidgen over 35. Come on! New PB from Oxley's. Loving it, getting a new PB every week. Proper nice fish, this one. Oh, they do half hang on these 30s. Put up a real strong, slow, doggedy fight all the way in. And she's going to be lively. She's been in retain for 20 minutes or more. It's nice to know it come over a really heavily baited spot. And there we are. Look at that. 35 pounds of Oxley's mirror. Loving it. Yes. Makes all that journey worthwhile, doesn't it? What a stunner, eh? Real brute of a mirror. Quality. Oh, you just know when you got one of these big ones on instantly. They just really have you hard. And look at that, eh? What a beautiful girl. It's a lovely bright day now, so it's nice to see the rod tear off in daylight. And look at her. Thank you very much. Beautiful new PB Oxley's mirror. Get in there. Flip around, have a quick look at the other side. When you've got these big gals on the bank, you've really got to keep the water going on them when it's bright like this. Got to look after these big old gals. Little enzyme wafter this fell on. I was debating whether I had any bait left on there from the crayfish, but it turned out I did. Yeah, look at that. Quality, £35. Buzzing with this, absolutely buzzing. Right, I'm going to slip this baby back, and we'll have a catch up and chat in a bit. See you soon. Come on, get in there. Here's tonight's dinner. I'm on a diet, but hey ho. Celebration of the 35-pounder. Pasta, and then look at this. Some spaghetti bolognese I made this afternoon. Just let it sort of cool down and marinate in this sauce. It's got loads of streaky bacon in there which I've cut up. Small pack of mince, some mushrooms, and then the Lloyd Grossman's garlic and tomato sauce sort of thing. And yeah, it smells amazing. I'm going to get this pasta in there now. Fishing does always make you hungry, I think, doesn't it? There you go. Pasta's in. Now what I do, give it a good stir about. That's it. Let it all marinate in and all that lot. There's one big frying pan of bolognese and pasta. Well, it's not that big to be fair. Spread it out evenly. And now I'll just lay loads of cheese all over it. This is the bit where I said I've been on a diet, but little celebration after today's fish. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place with the camera. That should all melt into it, and then I'll eat it straight out the frying pan. Look at that. Right, I'm going to cut the last little bit of cheese and yeah, let it all melt, and I'll see you in a bit. Well, good morning guys. Finally, since I've been here, I've seen fish. If you look just to the right, you can see some fish fizzing up, and they keep showing. There's a couple of different groups in front of me now. They're only close in, so I've wound the rods in, and this right hand rod that's been fishing out there at range, where I had the 35 yesterday, reeled it in, and I just plopped it out there, maybe 10 or 11 wraps. First cast, nice and neat, little 3-ounce lead, not too much disturbance, little bag. And yeah, the third rod off to the left, I finally put into the left on the baited spot now that I baited 2 days ago. That's at 6 wraps, and I've left the middle rod long out towards island, just in case. You never know, there should be a few fish out there this time of day. But the first time since I've been here, finally I've seen carp. So feeling really hopeful to maybe get a carp or two this morning. Just one will do. And that was to the right of the spot. Right, I'll leave you with that, mate, because I'm going to get the rods back in, and I'll see you shortly. Well, shooting this from inside my bivvy, it's absolutely tipping it down. So that's about it, wrapping this session up, or trying to at least, but the rain's saying no, stay longer. Don't pack away yet. It's been tipping it down like this since yesterday morning. It hasn't stopped, not even for longer than 60 seconds. So it's looking really grim this morning. It's bright and early, it's 7:45. And yeah, the traps are out and still set. I had a little low double stocky linear yesterday, just before dark. Real nice pretty fish, going to be a beauty in the future. So yeah, finished the session, well, not finished yet, but finishing this session at the moment on 4 fish. And yeah, it's not great for a 72 hour, but I can't complain with that beautiful 35 pounder. It's been tricky this session, I'm not going to lie. I fished hard to get them bites. I really had to pull all the stops out. But yeah, that pretty much wraps this session up at Linear. I don't think I'll be back this year now. I've got other venues to fish. So definitely guys, keep following along. And who knows where we'll pop up next. But yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here on Oxley's. It's a beautiful place, it really is. And it's got some stunning fish in here. Some big old powerful brutes at that as well. So yeah, all in all, with my little mini campaign on here, done extremely well. Got tucked into some nice 30s, which are pretty rare, I guess, across these waters. If you had a roundup on how many fish there is in this lake compared to how many 30s. And them 30s, they're not daft, they're clever old wise fish they are. And they've definitely been holding back and watching the smaller new stockies get caught. But yeah, so I've still got an hour or two left, I guess, because I can't pack up in this. So you never know, the traps are set. I made sure they went out beautifully last night, ready for this morning's rain. I won't be touching up until I go home now, sitting on my hands. All 3 rods went out perfect. If I had 100 casts, I don't think I'd recast them better than I did. So yeah, things are looking good for a bite. You know, on paper it says another 30, but in the next 2 hours I should get another 30. That's how confident I am in how things went out and weather wise, but it probably won't happen. It's been fishing tricky. The fish ain't been up this end of the lake the whole time I've been here, but it's been so busy I ain't been able to move. But last night, just before dark, when I had that small stocky, I changed a few rods off different spots, and a few fish had showed up. And that had been finally what I'd been waiting for, but sometimes a little too late. But we've got this morning period to see through. Hopefully we'll end it with a carp. If not, we'll have a little butch as we get going. And till then, I'll see you when I see you. Hey there people, just pretty much packed away now. Just got to drop the bivvies, just finished drying. Everything else is packed away ready. And yeah, what a great trip it's been. Guess what? Got another unit in the retainer. Just when you think it ain't gonna happen, it happens, eh? So one of the long rods I brought in probably about an hour and a half ago, I say now, and there's a few fish showing sort of about 12 to 15 wraps out, and I thought, you know what, so I quickly reeled it in and I just hair rigged a single pellet on there and just got it on there, one cast, feathered it down nicely. It fell into sort of a bit of, I guess, shallow silt or a bit of muddy type debris, whatever, and I thought, you know what, that feels alright there, so I left it anyway. And within 40 minutes it just tore off, and I've got an absolute unit in a retainer. What a way to finish off this series at Linear Fisheries. And it's been tough. I've had a lot of fish, probably had what, 27, 28 fish in the 4 sessions. It's been tough though, I've had to work hard for them bites. But when you think about probably 25 of these people that are on this lake at the minute ain't caught a fish between them, I've done alright. It's been busy every time I've been here, 30 plus anglers every time. Every peg getting piled in makes the fishing incredibly tricky. But we've conquered, and yeah, I'm ready to go home now, and I'm ready to crack on somewhere else. Just look at that. Down there languishing in that retainer. There's an absolute unit of a mirror. And what a fight, like I said before with the previous 30s. You just know when you got one. They just strip. It's like you're attached to a steam train. They just do not stop until they're in the net. So for that, I'm going to say goodbye to this lake. We're going to get our prize out shortly and see how big she goes on the scales. And we're going to head home back to Cambridge. And yeah, so I'll see you shortly when we get her out and have a look. Well guys, what an epic finish to my little mini campaign on Linear Fisheries. You would not believe how big this fish is. 37.5 pound on the nose, mate. So a real stunning old fish, probably one of the bigger mirrors in here. Probably not many too much bigger than this, to be fair. And what a lovely dark black mirror it is. She's having a bit of a lively kick at the minute. Just weighed her and took the pics, so she's been pretty good up until now. Oh, loving it, absolutely loving it. And the sun's come out to greet us and send us on our way. See if she'll let me get her up. 37.5 pound of brute linear carp. Look at that. Oxy's has been so kind to me on my mini campaign, bagging up to 28 fish with 430s. This topping it all off at 37.5. Absolutely made up, proper made up. I'll be back next year, you can guarantee that. Maybe on one of the other lakes, maybe on here, who knows. But what a great, great end. Let me flip around and show you the other side. I'm literally just blown away. Just one rod, one pellet, chucked at 2 showing fish. Half an hour later, and there we are. The story tells itself. Let's get her up this side. Oh, there you go, look at that. I can't see in the lens very well because the sun's just peered back out, and the camera's a bit damp still from all the rain we've had. But look at that, hey guys. What an absolute unit of a mirror. Excellent stuff. Absolutely amazing. But I'm going to slip her back, and I'm going to say farewell for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Wow, what an absolute beast. It's time to say goodbye. Absolute unit. I'll give her a good 10 minutes to recover now. These old fish do recover slow. Time to get her back to her home. Wow. What a creature. Great way to finish. Buzzing.